So for this week's progression, we're going to play with two things. We're going to play around now with part of the full range of the pull-up and also tempo. So when we lower ourselves down from the top of the bar, that is the eccentric phase of the motion, the lowering down. Pulling ourselves up is the concentric phase. So you might have heard these pull-ups, they're called eccentric pull-ups, which basically mean all you're doing is focusing on the lowering down phase, and then you're using to support to get you up to the top of the bar. So either you're jumping up or stepping off a raised surface. So you start at the top of the bar and then you work on lowering yourself down. And we want to play with the tempo that we're lowering ourselves down at. So you can play around, the slower you lower, the more difficult it will be. So anything from a 4 to 8 second lowering. So how we're going to add these to the program, so you'll still be working on your hanging, full body hanging at the bottom. You'll still be working on your hang at the top, max hang at the top. You'll still be working on your scapular pull-ups and also your hollow rock hold with your banded pull-aparts, but you're going to add in now 5 eccentric pull-ups to the mix. So depending on how many times you're doing this per week, you could alternate between doing eccentric pull-ups on one of the sessions and scap pull-ups on one of the other sessions, vice versa. Or you could reduce the number of sets that you do. So instead of doing kind of 5 sets, you could do 3 sets, but have 5 scapular pull-ups within that set and 5 eccentric pull-ups in that same set. And you could disperse that in between your hangs and your hollow rock holds. So it's kind of a pick and mix. You can play around how you want to work on how you're going to put those together. A word of warning is that eccentric work does promote more muscle tearing. Every weight training exercise, we are tearing muscle and it's rebuilding. So it sounds worse than it actually is. But so eccentric work can make you more sore than normal. So we definitely don't want to do it on back-to-back days. And so I would do it on one day, 5 reps, for example, see how your body responds. If your body was super sore the next day, then maybe only do 3 reps the next time. So you've really got to see what your body tolerance is for the eccentric pull-ups and kind of modify for your personal circumstances. So I'll show you what one of these eccentric pull-ups look like. I kind of feel like it should be a eccentric lower down rather than a pull-up, but so this is what it's going to look like. So like I said, you're going to step off an elevated surface. So you're not doing any of the work to get up on top of the bar. So I'm going to use my squatting arms to get me up to the top of the movement. I'm going to brace, nice hollow body position, and then I'm going to lower myself down for whatever count I've chosen, and then into my hang. Again, jump back up so I'm not doing any work on the up part, and then again slowly lowering myself down. So you could do exactly the same thing on the rings. You'll be laying back on the rings. You would stand up to get to that top part of the motion and then focus on lowering yourself back down. So enjoy adding some eccentric work into your program this week.